1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
You know what we need to do first?
What?
Tip our microphones.
Do we clink?
Oh, sure. There we go. Welcome to Friday. Mike and John got it going on. Mike Marino, John King.
Brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
Yes. Have you figured out your Halloween costume for Monday?
We've gone through a lot of different suggestions.
That's
And-
right, we have.
And I no. The answer's no, by the way.
Well, I'm glad you haven't figured yours out yet.
Yeah. How about you?
I've given it some thought.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
I was like, what should I be? What's the easiest?
You jokingly referenced on Thursday, but it was really an admission of truth. About 4 o'clock Monday morning, you're like, I gotta wear some stupid costume. All right, what
I
am I
need a
gonna
costume.
do? Yeah, what am I gonna wear?
Got a cowboy hat somewhere? I'll be the guy from Yellowstone.
Now, here's what is not gonna be allowed. All
What's
right,
not allowed?
We cannot show up on Monday and go, I'm dressed as a podcaster in a basement. See, that's what I'm wearing. No, we can't do that. We have to have
cannot do
some
that.
form of costume. Because we told Cougar,
Do we know what Cougar's going to be?
we don't.
We should find that out.
Yeah.
And
Maybe coordinate.
that'd be a lot of work.
I know.
We'll call her Sunday night
Yeah.
and see what she's going to be.
Here's what you know what? I just thought of it. I mean, people have suggested various trios.
Yeah, they have.
And I'm thinking, Bo and Luke Duke, Daisy.
That's what you're thinking? Okay, if that's
You know
what
what?
you're thinking.
We can't do that because then I'd have to jump in the window of the car and that ain't happening.
So we'd have to dress the studio up like
Right.
the General Lee.
Right.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
We're just a weekend away from Halloween. Have some great stuff headed your way today. We'll talk sports with Tim Robinson, or Tim Robo-Inson.
Robinson.
Yeah, let's make him that. Robinson. It sounds a little bit more distinguished.
Does
don't
it
you
though?
think? Tim.
Robinson.
Timothy Robinson.
Or just Tim Robinson.
We'll get to that. We'll talk with the great Bonnie Runyan, and we'll check in with Rhonda from the Torch and Torch 180 to find out what's cooking, and we'll give away a free lunch. So we'll get to that in just a few minutes. First, a look at news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. The owner of a Whitmore Lake gymnastics business has been bound over for trial on charges of child accosting for immoral purposes. According to court records, 42-year-old Jermaine Martinez waived his preliminary exam on Tuesday, sending his case to circuit court for trial. Martinez, who owns the I Tumble gymnastics business in Whitmore Lake, turned himself into the Greeno Township Police in early August after a 17-year-old female gym employee said Martinez had brought her to a trailer that he owned in Washtenaw County where the alleged abuse occurred. Martinez's attorney previously said his client denies the allegations. He claims they were made the day after Martinez ended a relationship with the girl's mother. Republican Representative Liz Cheney has endorsed Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin and will campaign for her next week. Slotkin's the first Democrat to earn the support of Cheney, who recently lost her bid for re-election to Congress after stepping forward as a high-profile critic of former President Donald Trump. The Wyoming Republican announced her support Thursday morning for the two-term House member and will join Slotkin in the Lansing area for a public event next Tuesday dubbed an Evening for Patriotism and Bipartisanship. Slotkin's being challenged by Republican State Senator Tom Barrett for the newly drawn 7th district, which is centered around Lansing and includes all of Livingston County. Cheney said while she and Slotkin had policy differences, she believes her to be a, quote, good and honorable public servant who wants what's best for the country, end quote. In response to the announcement, Barrett, a U.S. Army veteran who served in Iraq, sent a series of tweets calling Cheney and Slotkin war hawks and referenced Slotkin's earlier stance that she would be ready to engage if China invaded Taiwan. Barrett saying, quote, it's no surprise the Cheney family would join her. Slotkin can keep Cheney while I work to keep America out of war, end quote. Isabel Casillas Guzman, the administrator of the U.S. Small Business Administration, toured several small businesses in downtown Hull Thursday. In 2018, the city of Hull was recognized nationally as one of 3 winners of the Great American Main Street Award. While not necessarily unscathed, the city's small businesses have more or less withstood the economic repercussions of the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the businesses Guzman stopped to visit was the historic Hull Theater, speaking with its owner, Tyler DePero. The theater was a recipient of a shuttered venue operator grant, an SBA grant specific to live performance venues, performing arts organizations, museums, and movie theaters. Over $16 billion in grants have been distributed nationwide to alleviate the economic uncertainty brought on by the pandemic. Other stops on Thursday included Uptown Coffee House and the Dragonfly Emporium gift shop. And that's what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. Stop by and see them today. They've got the latest designs, new pieces from Zagani. If you don't have time to stop by in downtown Brighton on Main Street, see them on the Facebook page. Lindsay showing off some of her favorite new pieces by Zagani, whether it's rings, earrings, necklaces, or watches. There's a lot to choose from. Zagani's new collection available to you at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. They also have the latest from Simon G as well. We'll have more on the trunk show from Simon G coming up at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers and online at cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com.
All right. Good job.
I got a good job today.
I'm trying to be encouraging.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
You know, you did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, you did okay on that.
I'd call it pretty decent on the news, too. You know, see, I did
Thank
that.
you.
See?
The
news.
See how we are
Pretty
complimentary and
decent.
encouraging of each other?
That's right.
Right. All right. Time to cut that crap. We're calling Tim Robinson.
Good morning, Mike and John.
Good morning, Tim. What game are you covering tonight?
We're going to be in Holt, where the Heartland Eagles will take on the Rams of Holt.
Yes.
And in the other, a lot of people would probably call it the other pre-district game. Aside from Brighton and Grand Ledge.
Right. So the first question, of course, is how is the food in Holt?
Yeah.
In the press box.
Well, it's been a while since we've been to Holt, but it's always been during the playoffs, and I think they've had generally, a good sized sub. We have our own booth there. Their press box is
wow.
So
is it like divided up booths? So like rated, yeah.
Oh,
so you don't have to deal with
nice.
other press people.
Yeah.
not if we don't want to.
No.
Okay.
Well, that way you can take your piece of the sandwich and take it back to your little booth.
It's like going to your own room.
I'll just take this, thanks.
Exactly.
And then when you close the door to me, you're like, hey, where'd the sandwich go?
Robinson must be here.
That's their problem. My sandwich, their problem.
Exactly.
There you
There you go. Nice.
So how does it look with Heartland versus Holt?
Well, they're both pretty similar teams. They both rely on the running game, and they throw a little bit too. Holt throws a little bit more than Heartland does, but they both rely on defenses, and they both hit pretty hard. And it's the team that controls the ball. I think that's going to win this one. The one that is better at holding on, time of possession, all that. It's certainly a game Hartley could win. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008 when they got all the way to the regional. Again, and when they lost at Rockford, that was, like I said,
that was heartbreaking.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember back then? Remember?
Yeah, by cracky. I remember the song after Rockford on the first day of your season, I'll tell you that.
Right.
So how about the MSU U of M game? What are you thinking?
I think I might be watching a lot of the World Series, probably about 9 o'clock or so.
That's right. It is competing again. I forgot about that.
Yeah. World Series begins tonight. It'll be game 2 tomorrow.
Right. So, all right. So we'll come back to you then, MSU.
Just to clarify, the Tigers aren't in the World Series.
They don't believe
okay.
so.
Well, unfortunately, they just missed by 20 games this year.
Dang.
Only 20, 25, yeah.
Missed it by that much.
By that much.
So who are you picking for the series? Are you rooting for anybody, or are you just looking for some good baseball?
I think Houston's probably going to pull this one out. I wouldn't beat the garbage can to get your attention about it, but
That'd be interesting if you did.
It would get our attention.
Bang, bang, bang. Who's Houston?
Yeah. That's a a reference to their only World Series when they banged on garbage cans and had AJ Hinch fired.
Pretty much. That's right. We're not stealing your signs.
Yeah.
Well,
So, Houston has, I think, a little too much pitching. The Phillies have had a magical season. They were the last team to get into the playoffs,
Right,
and they fired their manager when they were 4 or 5 games below 500 in June, and they've done really well. But
so
this is their year.
they fired their manager after a subpar start to a season. Hey, let's talk about the Lions. So
We like what Dan's doing. We like his attitude. It's grit. It's raw.
I think he's going to have to change his diet from biting kneecaps to biting up chunks of yardage. That team is just
the Lions.
It's just a conundrum now. They went from being the top offense in the league to not scoring a touchdown on offense in 8 quarters in 3 weeks. Their defense went from Olay to playing pretty well.
Did you see any of the Hard Knocks preseason things on HBO?
Well, Hard Knocks,
A lot of editing in that.
Oh yeah, no.
It's not editing, but the Lions are playing against themselves. So you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I contend anytime you put a documentary together and you focus, and then you have Liev Schreiber doing the narration. It builds the drama. I mean, just by the filmmaking techniques and all the rest.
It gave them some energy coming into the season, so that was nice.
Which they've now
they were
dissipated.
packing Ford Field. I suspect there'll be plenty of ample seats available on Sunday when they play Miami.
I feel like all the Hard Knocks thing did was make me sympathetic to him, but no more thinking that it's going to work out. I'm sorry, Dan, but it's just another
heavy sigh.
Another sad sack who at some point is going to have to put his little thing on the stick on the end of his shoulder and walk out of Detroit. Well, that didn't work.
65 years of heavy sighs.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well,
all right, Tim.
We've covered the gamut of sports here.
Yeah.
Oh, we never did get to MSU U of M. Are you?
I think Michigan at home at night.
Right. That's hard.
I think they might actually have a home field advantage. Michigan. They usually, a lot of times, they have it in the past. They got 110,000 people just sitting there looking at their iPhones. But I think that Michigan.
They're so over.
Opportunities slide by.
Right, they're overpowering.
Michigan State has won the last 2 games. The last two meetings. I mean, they've kind of made Michigan their little what's the term?
Stepbrother.
Their little
bitch. Their little bitch.
little brother.
Oh, right. It was a B word.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow night, and of course tonight kickoff around 7.
Yep, 6:50 as usual, and the winner plays either Brighton or Grand Ledge next week. If it's Brighton, it'll be at Brighton. If it's Grand Ledge, it'll be at either Holt or Heartland.
All right.
Tim, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, buddy.
Take care, John.
Talk to you next week.
Bye for now.
All right. Mike and John got it going on. Brought to you, by the way, by Firehouse Stores. They've been serving Livingston County residents for the past 24 years. Family owned. They strive to treat each customer like family. They're veteran owned. Mike Witt, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran. Firehouse Doors, your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs. And for the past 21 years, they have been Livingston County's exclusive distributor for CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. And starting next week
it starts.
We'll be doing a little drawing or contest, you might say, for...
I would chime in on this, but I'm not aware of what we're doing.
I did talk to you about this.
I didn't listen.
Firehouse Doors.
Yes.
I mean, they
we're going to do.
They gave away the garage door opener. And that went well, and the person has received it, and it's going to be installed next week, and they're very excited.
That was Marlene Deer.
Yeah. And
I mean Marlene Deer. I wasn't calling you Deer.
Right, I have it right here.
Yeah, Marlene Deer.
Yeah, but another giveaway. Firehouse Stores is stepping up for another giveaway. One that you can, put in your wallet. So I'll just leave it at that.
What's in your wallet? From 1987? Really? That's still in your wallet? Let's go to last night's trivia.
I wouldn't trust that thing.
We're not giving that away from Firehouse Stores.
All right, trivia.
Last night's trivia question. 77% of kids surveyed said they absolutely do not want this in their trick-or-treat bag this year. We want to know what it is. And somebody did say a condom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably not a good neighbor.
That's a call the police moment.
That's
frankly.
a little weird.
That's I'm gonna call.
Those things are expensive.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But still,
Yeah.
giving them to little kids.
That's
just not right.
That's not right.
Somebody said pencils or crayons. I may have gotten one of those back
Yeah.
in the day. Toothbrush was a pretty popular answer. And probably have a dentist down the street if they're giving away
Who gets
toothbrushes.
TP'd every year? Yeah. What do you mean, give me a toothbrush?
Carla said apple, and that was one of those things when I got you don't give apples.
Well, you can't now. I mean, not really. Not supposed to.
You weren't supposed to back in the 70s either.
Yeah, but it was more.
No, you're not.
Don't get me wrong. I never gave out an apple, and if someone gave me an apple, I'd be like, no. I'm just saying.
Chuck it back on their lawn.
But I did get an apple when I was a kid, a couple times.
How about a bag or a wrapped popcorn ball?
Yeah, saw those.
Had your hands all over that thing.
We're in the era now, and we have been for a while, where it's all got to be pre-wrapped. Individually wrapped. They say.
Great.
Maybe that's what the condom was.
Those hopefully were individually wrapped, not just floating around.
That's not right.
He buys condoms by the bulk. Great Scott said dental floss. Yeah, that along with the toothbrush.
Right.
It's Halloween. Candy is the target. All right?
Tanya Zirkle,
Yes.
who is a very prolific contributor to Mike and John Trivia,
Yes.
suggested circus peanuts.
That's not bad getting peanuts.
Those orange.
Oh,
those
no.
things.
Like the
I think that's
styrofoam?
Yeah. They're called
No.
circus peanuts.
Oh, I thought you were talking like a bag of nuts you'd get at the circus.
No.
Like with the
No, they're
shells?
called circus peanuts. Those
Okay.
orange.
Oh. Yeah, I never ate them, so
Yeah, those are like. Well, I would eat them. It would be, when everything else was gone. Like, I guess I'll have this now.
All right, here it is. November.
I couldn't possibly not eat it.
It's November 1st.
Sure.
I should probably
Yes, right. Wake up and sugar going. Little hair of the dog. At 11, I got a circus peanut.
Debbie said mini boxes of cereal. Yeah, I mean cereal they were kind of cool to get the little boxes. It'd be probably cornflakes, and you go, really?
Right.
Black licorice said Lisa.
Dum Dums. Little I'm assuming
Suckers.
Suckers, right?
Yeah, Dum Dums are suckers.
Hello,
Right?
Dum Dum. Anna says pennies. I mean,
Sometimes people wrap up the pennies in aluminum foil. No, that's
I just.
or you just get pennies in your bag. It's like, oh, that's nice. What am I going to do with that?
Right.
Taffy. Anna said a treasury bond. That's a little odd. Caramel.
A treasury bond.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
Who gives away treasury
Sure.
bonds?
I'd be changing my costume every 5 minutes. I'll take another one, and I'll take another one. College paid for. Not really.
Stickers. Oh, those are cute. They won't rot the teeth, and they won't cause allergies.
Right. Sarah says, my daughter said it had to be Almond Joys. Jillian then responded and said, she can give hers to me. Tanya, the prolific trivia respondent,
Yeah.
said, those are one of the best. And I have to tell you right now.
I like Mounds better than Almond Joy.
No, I like Almond Joy better.
Well, sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Yeah. Well, maybe you should go as Almond Joy and I'll go as Mounds.
All right. Well, I'm going to say right now, though, Tanya is done with trivia. I mean,
You're kicking her out of
answering
trivia?
Answering trivia. Tanya Zirkle will no longer be providing answers to trivia questions. Because starting next week,
Yes.
Tanya Zirkle, who's a realtor, Sold by Tanya Z is her business, will be sponsoring Mike and John Trivia.
Boy, you are smooth today.
Smooth.
Yeah, you are.
All right, back to the trivia.
Therefore, if you sponsor trivia, you cannot answer trivia.
Right.
All right.
Well,
I'll go through and
we have standards here.
Sure we do.
Have you seen the employee manual?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen it?
We have an employee manual?
Yeah, right here.
We gotta get on the,
this employee manual, let me tell you.
Linda says Smarties. The answer, however.
Yeah. I like Smarties, though. They're
Smarties
okay.
okay.
I mean, they're fine.
You have 2 or 3 of them at one time. Feel a little smarter?
Uh,
they really don't work.
Before we get to the answer, and Jennifer also mentioned stickers.
Yeah, I mentioned stickers.
Oh, did you? I missed that. I wasn't listening to you either. So much for the encouragement. All right, the answer.
It's not stickers.
No, it's not stickers.
It's not stickers or Snickers.
I originally thought you said Snickers. I was like, well, hell yeah. What are you talking about?
The answer was raisins. Mm-hmm. And I really didn't think, I didn't think kids would think right off the bat, don't give me raisins. I saw apples first, I could think that, or those little black and orange things.
Right.
That are unidentifiable but are supposedly peanut butter flavored.
Supposedly.
It's like hard peanut butter.
Yeah.
But raisins. Little box of raisins. You could use the box as a little horn. 77% of kids said, don't put raisins in my Halloween bag, my trick-or-treat bag.
Yeah, I don't. Thanks.
Let's get a take on
You're right.
the great Bonnie Runyan when it comes to Halloween and trick-or-treating and costumes, quite frankly.
Now, didn't she say she doesn't get trick-or-treaters? I forgot.
She gives big stuff. Yeah. Hi, Bonnie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I thought I'd just listen to y'all.
Why start now?
Yeah. So we're talking trick-or-treating, and 77% of kids say they do not want raisins in their trick-or-treat bag this year. What do you think of that?
Who would ever put raisins in
Right.
a trick-or-treat?
What the hell are you doing?
Well, I'm thinking of little boxes, not just,
Well, yeah. Not
here's
just
a clump of raisins.
A loose raisin.
If you're going to go raisins, why don't you just go prunes?
No.
So remind us, Bonnie, now, you get a lot of trick-or-treaters or you don't? I forgot.
We get about 50.
Okay, that's right. It's a good amount. And so, what's the candy du jour this year?
Well, candy corn.
Oh.
Candy corn. Do you like candy corn?
I love candy
Do
corn.
you?
My son loves candy corn too.
I'm not a candy corn fan.
Not really a fan
It's
myself.
like wax and sugar.
But
I love candy corn.
Yeah.
So do you?
But I do have a big bowl of them here that they can take handfuls out of.
For the family?
Well, for trick-or-treaters.
They come and put their hands in a big bowl of candy corn?
Yeah. No. There's candy. No. The big bag is all wrapped.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
The candy corn is all in bags.
Mike was about to call the health department on
Yeah,
you,
see?
but he won't do that now.
I'd have been moved.
So they make little bags of candy corn?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I steer clear of candy corn. So I'm just saying that I don't even know how it's packaged anymore, other than like a bag, like if you were buying chocolate chips. That's how I see, candy corn packaged. It's like, here's your bag of candy corn to put in a dish for people to put their hands in.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
they
Right.
have individually wrapped like 10 candy corns per little bag.
Yeah, for example,
Like
at
Skittles.
at a previous place where we worked together, they would often, this time of year, put out a big bowl and fill it with candy corn. And it didn't take long to realize that
That the guy who went in to take a pee and didn't wash his hands would
Was
have his
then
hands in that candy
grabbing
corn.
a thing, and you're like, you know what? I don't think I'll have any
Well,
candy corn.
That's why you have a spoon in that bowl, guy. Come
Oh.
on.
They didn't have spoon in
No,
it.
they did not do spoons.
That would make too much sense to have a
Yeah,
spoon.
common sense. A big spoon in the bowl of candy corn.
The people we used to
Okay.
work with would probably take that spoon, dip it in,
And then eat it.
Eat it like cereal, and then put the spoon back in. That's how radio people are.
Oh, you guys. Hey,
Yes.
I believe that we have a birthday celebration in the middle of next week.
Oh,
Wow.
Who's
You're
celebrating?
pretty smooth.
Mikey.
I knew that.
Start shopping now and avoid the rush. Well, that's nice of you to remember, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Well, it's in my day planner because otherwise I wouldn't. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I can't live. This old lady can't live without the day planner.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
You know, everyone's got their system,
Yeah.
and sometimes people come up with these new technologies, and it's like it's not better.
Most people have their phones. You know,
Right.
they've got, you know, the alarm goes off. Hey, don't forget.
Well, we have Facebook reminders. It's a notification that somebody's celebrating a birthday. So you're like, oh, I guess
Right.
I wish them a happy birthday.
But in my house, if it's not on the phone calendar, because our phones are all linked and they all have a shared calendar, it doesn't happen. Often it's like, is it on the calendar? Well, no. Well, then we're not doing it. So, yeah.
And you don't remember, guys, it's only one day.
That's right.
When you celebrate 365 days a year for whatever, that's what counts.
That's right.
That's true.
All right.
And then it's on to the next year.
Yep.
One after that.
One day.
One
Yep.
after that.
All right.
One after that.
All right, Bonnie, do you watch the U of M MSU game? Is that
Come on,
some?
guy. Doesn't that take a TV?
Well,
Well, yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a TV,
Okay.
Okay.
but it hasn't been on for 10 years.
Oh.
December 29th.
Oh, what? Why? What do you watch?
I listen to music. Come on, guys. Music.
All right.
So now, just generally speaking, whether you watch the game or not, are you a Spartan or a Wolverine or
I think-
You know
neither?
what? Basically, I like the color green, so it just don't matter.
There you go.
And
Okay.
whenever the family got together for a big game like that, you know, especially in January, February, whatever the game was on, it was always, there was going to be good food and cards. I really don't care about the game.
You go for the cards.
All
Yep.
right, that's fine.
All right. I bet you're a whiz at euchre.
Well, you know, you either get the cards or you don't.
Yeah.
Right.
And I get really excited every once in a while when I get a good hand because I really do know how to play, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
But
If you don't get cards, you know, you sit there and you're dealt 9s and 10s.
well, that's what table talk is for.
No table talk. But then there's a time when you can go it alone. You ever feel guilty about going alone in
yeah.
euchre?
Oh, hey,
And you don't get it.
Yeah. If you don't get it, it's like,
Sorry,
well,
partner.
Whoops.
Thought I had that one.
story you'll never hear about going alone. We have, where I go to play euchre, there are people that play for blood and then they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a dealer, and, you know, pass. I sat in my chair and I looked at my cards and I looked there and it's like, oh crap, what do I do? I turned it down. Because, you know, that's when you're sitting there thinking, okay, if I get stuck with me, have I got a better hand now than I might have later? So I turned it down. The guru sitting right after me, he looked at me right eyeball to eyeball. 30 seconds and said, I passed. The second one passed. The third one passed. And then Bonnie laid down alone.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
When you got to lay
Nothing
down,
like
those
that.
are nice.
And that guru, it just blew him right out of the water. He said, I never had a clue about
Lay down loner.
That's right.
Lay down loner Bonnie.
Yeah. There should be a song about that.
It don't happen often, but
Lay down loner.
Yeah.
That's right. There hasn't been actually. All right. Well,
Just another Saturday night in Heartland.
yeah.
Lay down loner.
Don't get hustled by Bonnie. If you're sitting across from Bonnie at a euchre tournament, just don't underestimate.
Yes. Well, Bonnie, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you again next Friday.
Well, and Mike, you have a great birthday week.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
All right. No raisins in my bag.
All right. Good.
All right. Take care, Bonnie.
Uh-huh.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. We're going to draw for our big winner in the Torch 180 contest. Free lunch for two at Torch 180 in just a minute or two.
Yeah.
We need a break, though, don't you think? You feel like a break?
Well, wait.
You feel like a Kit
Are we
Kat?
gonna have a Kit Kat? Well,
Is there a Kit
sometimes.
Kat? Nobody put a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Nobody denied a Kit Kat on her.
No, that's
on her
true, and I
survey.
don't know.
Heck no.
Sometimes you just, get the munchies.
Hi, this is Jerry Millen, longtime Livingston County resident and owner of the Greenhouse of Walled Lake. Brighton City residents, you're being lied to. Check out BrightonTruth.com. We'd like to bring a greenhouse medical facility to Brighton and give patients safe access. We're asking Brighton residents to vote yes on a medical marijuana facility being allowed in Brighton. Please check out BrightonTruth.com. The Reefer Madness Group, they're lying to you. See the truth. BrightonTruth.com.
Discover the truth at BrightonTruth.com.
I'm still on break.
That was my cue.
Is that what that was? All right. Did you know today is Plush Animal Lover Day?
I did not.
Plush Animal Lover Day. No doubt some of us know someone who is a plush animal lover. Has a lot of stuffed animals.
Are they older than 12?
There are some people like that,
Yeah,
John.
you're right.
There are. Don't hang out with them.
Oh.
You know who we like to hang out is our friends with Richter and Associates Property Management. They take care of getting those stuffed animals out of the way.
Or
When it
putting
comes-
them in there. You know, I don't know.
Well, that's true.
They're
I
full
guess you
service.
could-
They could handle that, I suppose. I mean, they are rental property experts.
Licensed real estate brokers here in Livingston, Genesee, and Oakland counties.
They got more than 40 years in the business, Mike.
Thanks, John. I can see that.
What are you talking about?
It says 40 plus.
We're having a natural conversation here.
We sure are.
There's not copyright here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Where are they located, John?
Well, I believe they're in downtown Howell.
Well, you should believe that because
Hey.
it says right here they're located in downtown Howell.
Do they have a website?
I think so.
I wonder what it is.
RichterAssoc.com.
Oh, I bet you that's spelled RichterAssoc.com.
All lowercase, as a matter of fact.
You could do that.
Most are.
Or
What if-
call them.
What if I typed it in all caps?
Why don't you try it?
I'm
I think
gonna do
it should still work. I
Will the
believe.
computer yell at me?
No.
Okay.
I believe you
I'll
can
try.
type it in anyway. I think the capitalization doesn't
Padlocks
matter
are
anymore. It
I-
used to back in the day. That's how old we are.
CHTERASSOC
.com.
dot
All caps.
all caps.
Enter. And bing, bang, boom, there it is.
Right on. You don't
Yeah.
have, you can capitalize or not capitalize. As long as you spell it right, you get there.
That's right. RichterAssoc.com. That's Richter and Associates Property Management. Or you can give them a call, 517-540-9560.
Do that in all caps.
This isn't ad copy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not at all. It's also Global Champagne Day, by the way.
Global.
Global.
Now, champagne, to be officially champagne, has to come from the Champagne region of France.
So if it's made in Idaho,
Exactly. That's what
it's
I'm saying.
not exactly.
Yeah. It can't be,
legit.
legally can't be called champagne.
Well, what's it called? Sparkling water.
Well, that's when you get your champipple.
Champagne.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they'll say,
Champois?
I've seen champagne, but it's like Payne. You're like, uh-huh.
You've seen
Oh,
that?
yeah,
Where are you
that's-
shopping? A dollar store for your champagne? Champagne. CHAMPAIN.
Yeah.
That's champagne.
Oh, you'll have pain in the morning
Oh,
if you
yeah.
drink this stuff.
It's also National Chocolate Day.
Oh, no.
It's time for our 2-cent history lesson. Today, the 28th of February. Boy, I jumped us ahead.
well,
didn't I?
okay,
of
good.
October. October 28th.
Holiday shopping done.
And our 2-cent history lesson is brought to you by Drew Goebel and our friends at Oakland Insurance.
And Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance. Call Drew Goebel today, 248-647-2500.
1886 on this day, the first confetti and ticker tape parade happened in New York City, celebrating the dedication of the Statue of Liberty, thus keeping street sweepers employed.
And when the rest of America found out, they said, New York City.
It's a cheap paste commercial.
I know it is. And that's just the kind of guy I am.
Cheap and pasty.
That's right.
1919, for a few years, America outlawed the sale of alcoholic beverages,
Did they?
which was known as prohibition. We prohibit that.
Yeah. And how did that work out?
People said, okay,
Oh,
that's a good idea.
That's the law? Well, then I will stop drinking.
and I won't yell
Said
about it.
No one.
I won't go into speakeasies
No.
and knock on the back door
Right.
of places and drink moonshine.
And it won't create the mob?
Heck no.
No, it won't.
It was the Volstead Act.
Yeah.
Buddy Holly, 1958. made his last major TV appearance when he appeared on American Bandstand? In 1990, Republican nominee Ronald Reagan asked voters during a debate
I
with...
think it must be 1980.
Isn't that what I said?
I thought you said 1990.
1980.
Okay. Maybe I heard you wrong.
Maybe I said it wrong.
I don't know.
Maybe we have to review the tape. You want to rewind?
Nah, that's all right.
No?
1980.
1980. Ronald Reagan asked voters during a debate with President Jimmy Carter, "Are you better off than you were 4 years ago?"
Well,
You know, when people say that now, do you remember 4 years ago?
well, there's that.
Yeah, 4 years ago. Well, let's see. What was I doing then?
Wait, what?
4 years ago, that would have been what year?
I don't know.
I love it when people ask that question.
Right. Well, it was very successful for Ronald Reagan,
Yeah. Well,
as was evidenced in the election outcome that November.
Billy Carter was like, I don't know. I'm eating peanuts
I don't
and drinking my
These
beer.
4 years have been pretty good to me.
And finally, 2016, Elvis Presley broke the record for the most #1 albums as a solo artist. That was 2016.
Right.
The late singer's new album, The Wonder of You, beat competition from Lady Gaga, Michael Bublé, to become his 13th album to top the chart. Previously, Elvis and Madonna were tied for the record with 12 each.
Wow. Elvis took it
2-cent history lesson.
from the grave.
Reached up.
Or did he?
Time will tell. That's our 2-cent history lesson, brought to you by Oakland Insurance,
Yeah.
Drew Goebel and Company.
Absolutely. And if you believe
Like
that
Drew
honesty,
believes.
upfront, and fair relationships are how you want to deal with your insurance agent, well then, you know what? Drew Goebel's the guy to call. That number's 248-647-2500.
Nice pregnant pause.
Well, I thought I was waiting for you to.
Well, I was getting around up,
I saw
lined up on the phone.
I threw it in there. So if you're looking for a proactive partner, not a part-time assistant. I mean, how many times you've been on the phone with some sort of service provider, and a lot of times it's insurance, and you feel like
You're listening to hold music.
well, there's
I'm
that,
on
there's
hold,
that, there's that part,
and
you know.
I hate that tune.
And
But
then-
my business is important.
You
to
know,
them.
right? And
Not
they'll
with Drew Goebel.
They make you enter information, and then somebody gets you on the phone, and then they transfer you, and blah 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 blah, blah, and you're like, oh my god, please. That doesn't happen with Drew Goebel.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
Call Drew today, 248-647-2500.
All right.
Oakland Insurance with Drew Goebel. Can I call Rhonda now?
Yeah.
We're gonna.
What are you waiting for? Yeah, Myra's waiting. She's got stuff to do.
You can hold up your glass if you want. Raise your glass.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rhonda. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you guys doing?
Good. Now, Rhonda, there's a rumor going around that the Christmas in the Ville 2022 glasses are available at Torch 180. Is that true?
That would actually be a true rumor.
Oh wow, those are
That's
nice.
a troomer.
Yeah.
It's called a troomer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then that's what it is.
Yeah. A
Yes,
troomer.
we do have them.
Right.
So-
Christmas in the Ville coming up Saturday, December 3rd, and it's going to be quite an awesome evening. Or a whole day, actually.
Yeah, it's not just the
whole
evening.
day
The
of
whole
events.
day,
The
yeah,
parade at
it's
night,
gonna be
that's
a lot
cool.
of fun.
All right. So what's going on at Torch 180 these days?
Well, let's see. We've got a Halloween party going tomorrow. So we're going to have market day, but we're also going to have Halloween activities for kids. So that should be fun.
Yeah,
from 10
nice.
to 1
Nice.
over here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love to see the costumes and just have fun.
Do
It's
you
kind
and-
of a throwback. I used to always work with kids, so
Right.
it'll be a nice
Now,
change.
are you going to be dressed
Yeah, I
up in a
was gonna say,
costume?
you and the team, the staff.
So I told everyone they can, and then I'm like, I literally kept thinking, oh, I've got another week after, so I don't have a costume at the moment.
We know that
but I do have
feeling.
a shirt with a pumpkin on it, so.
A shirt with a pumpkin on it.
That's like,
that might be what they get.
yeah. Well, that's kind of like when you wear the tuxedo T-shirt for a formal event. Good enough.
I know, slightly disappointing.
That's okay. You know, we're supposed to dress
At
up.
the beginning of the month, we had all kinds of ideas and all
Right.
kinds of plans, and then you know how it gets. All of a sudden, you're like, oh my gosh, it's here.
Hey, it's the 28th already.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed to dress up on Monday's podcast, and we haven't decided what we're going to wear.
Oh, I was just going to ask you what you were going to do. You got lots of interesting suggestions. So.
Yeah, but a lot of that is some of them are real throwbacks from like the 30s and 40s when you think of Abbott and Costello and Laurel and Hardy. But we don't necessarily have to coordinate together when it comes to.
No, it doesn't have to be a duo.
Can't be like Fonzie and Potsy or anything like that. It doesn't have to be.
It can't be.
Well, people think of you guys as a team.
Yeah.
And apparently
you know what? We don't spend all day every day together.
No.
That's the thing.
You know what? If we're going to go Happy Days and we're going to be a team, how about Mr. and Mrs. C? I'll wear the fez.
Oh, I get to be Mrs. C. I see. As long as you don't want to get frisky, Howard.
Don't worry. That's not going to happen. So, yeah, we'll see. Tune in Monday.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see
we
if
are
it
starting
happens.
a new menu next week.
Right.
Too.
I was just about to ask about that. So what's on the way?
Turkey?
So, they're going to do what is that panini? They're doing a cranberry turkey panini. We did it last year, and it was pretty popular. So, the students were like, "Oh, let's just do Thanksgiving dinner all month," and I said no, because I'm like, "Come on, if you make it all month, then
by the time you get to Thanksgiving,
yeah. So we're doing that, and we are going to add a sweet potato casserole and a green bean casserole to the menu as sides. So, but then other than that, they've got a caramelized onion, apple, and cheddar burger coming up, which I've not tried. We're doing beef stew, and for the first time ever, they're going, and I'm hoping the recipe doesn't look that hard, but I'm hoping this works out. They're going to practice making French onion soup.
All right.
Yeah, so a few different things.
Sounds
and
very
then
good.
Still our favorites, our torch burger and mushroom Swiss, the usuals will still be on there.
All right. So for the Christmas in the Ville glasses, is that something that comes with a certain beverage, or can you just order what you want and pick up one of those glasses too? What's the story?
Well, the way because those are separate, those are for Christmas in the Ville.
Right.
So you just come in with your $7 and we have the glasses available.
Okay.
We're kind of like an outlet for them.
All right. So if folks want to pick one of those up, $7 at Torch 180 for your collectible.
Right, and the money that's raised helps support Christmas in the Ville, a great community event. And again, that's going on Saturday, December 3rd, and we are excited that we'll be helping out. And
we are going to hold the papers for Steve from the MC table. We're going to make sure he gets the information he needs, and if he needs a hand warmer, we'll make sure those are available. And
those are there. Good.
that his hot chocolate is refreshed.
Yeah, John's going to put the earmuffs on.
Here you go, sir. Here's your hot chocolate.
So, should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that.
So much work. Treat him like royalty.
Oh, yeah. Well, anybody that's ever met or talked to Steve knows he's about the nicest, most affable guy you'll ever meet. So we
definitely.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to being able to share the stage with him. And now it is time for our drawing.
You want the honors this time? All right, John's going to reach in the hopper. It's getting a little heavier with all these entries. Oh, you're stirring it up good.
Yeah,
you do stir things up.
Well, I've been told that. Oh.
Just one.
All right.
And the winner of Lunch for Two at Torch 180.
Megan Sagowitz. So, Megan Sagowitz, you are the winner of a Lunch for Two at Torch 180.
Congratulations, Megan.
Congratulations.
All right, Rhonda, we'll have a great weekend and have fun with the Halloween party during Market Day tomorrow, and that's, again, Saturday. What, was it 10?
From 10 to 1, yeah.
10 to 1.
10 to 1. All right.
All right, sounds good. Say hi to everybody at Torch 180 for us.
Definitely. You guys take care.
All right. Thanks, Rhonda.
All right, Rhonda Callahan from Torch 180, and congratulations again to Megan. We're going to work on our Halloween costumes. Perhaps I'll go as an auto mechanic and then walk into Murphy's Family Auto and say, my car knows that it needs some help.
And I'll tell you what, you be Goober, and I'll be
Gomer.
No, well, he did.
Gomer.
Who was the mechanic on Dukes of Hazzard? I forgot his name.
Enos? No.
It's Cooter.
Cooter.
Yeah.
Those don't sound like Southern names at all, do they?
I'm letting you get away. Anyway, nonetheless.
He's an old cooter. He's an old coot, is what they said.
Murphy's Family Auto, though, the place to go for quality auto repairs and vehicle maintenance needs. Give them a call today, 517-552-3040. Open Saturdays 8 to 1. Online at murphysfamilyauto.com.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah.
And you'll get 5% off.
Mike and John got it going on.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
All right, what do you got?
Well, I had a costume idea, but I don't want to. I'm actually thinking of doing this costume that's going to surprise everybody, but it does not involve us being a team.
That's okay. It doesn't have to be a team thing. Do you want to say what it is?
No,
or you want it to be a
because
surprise?
if
Is
I
it a
do
surprise to me too?
Yeah, it'll be a surprise to you too.
Okay.
See, now if I do this, I might have to explain it.
Well, that's not good.
Really?
Yeah. When you have to explain the costume, that's like when you have to explain a joke. You tell a joke and everyone's like, huh? And you go, well, it's funny because.
Or if you do an impersonation and you have to tell the people who it is.
Right. That's true.
So, all right. Maybe
I'll leave it up to you. I mean, it depends. It depends.
Oh, we could come as a pair of depends.
We could.
we probably won't.
Not going to.
But
no, I can definitively say that's not happening.
No. Well, I sent John a picture. Yes, was it yesterday? I sent you the picture from SNL.
Yeah.
On what we could do.
Right.
And that would be pretty easy.
True.
We might need some wigs.
Easy is good. Tune in Monday.